I want to go to our two active prosecutors, Mimi and Dave, and like for you guys to just chime in on something that Lisa said. She's talking about the possibility of some of these defendants trying to move as quickly as they can to strike a deal, maybe get a better deal, and also to limit legal costs. I talked about the emotional burden that it has to be. There has to be a tremendous emotional burden to even have one count against you in federal or state court. But Dave Aronberg, you work in this area every day. Talk about just the tremendous cost that criminal defendants, especially white-collar criminal defendants, have to, the checks they have to write to lawyers. And you look at somebody like Cheeseborough, you look at somebody like Jenna Ellis, you look at some of the minor players, even on the county level that tried to get involved in the fake elector scheme. How do, like, for instance, Kathleen Latham, Scott Hall, Misty Hampton, these people that we really haven't heard of, how do they afford their legal bills? And if they don't afford their legal bills, is that one reason we might see them moving quickly, as Lisa suggested, to try to get this case behind them?
Joe, I think it was part of Fani Willis' strategy in indicting 19 people, that some of them would flip and she wouldn't have to go to trial against all 19. Look, RICO cases are very expensive to defend, and they're trying to crowdsource the money, raising the money online, and some of them are doing so. But they're all charged with RICO, all 19, no matter how big or small their involvement in this scheme. So it is a daunting task for them, very intimidating, and I do expect a bunch of them to flip. To go back to what you were saying about Jim Jordan, Mimi and I are active prosecutors, Joe, and Jim Jordan, it is rich that he is sending out, demands for information and subpoenas to prosecutors when he didn't comply with his own subpoena from the January 6th committee. And he needs to learn a little thing about federalism and separation of powers, that he's trying to get involved in a executive branch investigation, a prosecution, when he has nothing to do with it. And that's one of the things that's great about this job we have as prosecutors, Joe, is that Jim Jordan is not our boss. And this is exactly what you said. It's performance art. It's a gesture. And when he says, hey, I want to find out if you coordinated with Jack Smith. Oh, really? We're state prosecutors. We work with federal prosecutors all the time. I had a meeting with the feds yesterday. So, yes, you can find out that we actually spoke with our federal counterparts. It's like, what a shock. The moon is not actually made out of cheese. This is a pathetic act of sycophancy to me.
Yeah, and Mimi, to circle back on the cost of like RICO cases for people that, unlike Donald Trump, can't scam their followers out of hundreds of millions of dollars for defense funds.
Yeah, I mean, look, any criminal case is expensive to defend. It's not like you're just paying your lawyer every time they have a court appearance. You're paying your lawyer to prepare for trial, to review, the many, many voluminous documents and discovery, and to try and find out what witnesses have said and who's going to testify against you. I mean, it's hours and hours and hours of work, and most lawyers get paid by the hour. So it is expensive, it is costly, and we're focused on it now in this high-profile case. But what's so remarkable to me about all of these cases is, as you've pointed out, these are things that people face every day around the country, in state court, in federal court, ordinary people who don't have money, who can't afford lawyers. And now we're seeing it with this, very elite group of people, and so we're all talking about it. But it's highlighting an issue that is out there for people every single day. And I, as a prosecutor, am cognizant of it, as I know Dave and other prosecutors are. When you bring charges against someone, that is a powerful, powerful thing to do, just the act of bringing charges. And so you do it with the seriousness that it deserves. And I am sure, as you've said, that these defendants are feeling the weight of that. Some of them may plead out. People do plead out sometimes because they want to get out from under the costs and the burden of a trial. But some of them will go to trial. I'm sure.
Jeez.
And, it's just fascinating as someone who's been doing this for almost 20 years to see something so ordinary play out in such a high profile way and have the country focused on the seriousness of this thing we call criminal justice.